Morning.
Good morning, Arvind.
Good morning.
Last class, we triggered Jenkins build, right? Maven. Yes, this is a Jenkins dashboard. We created 3 jobs. This is sample Linux job. This is also sample Linux job. This is Java. Using Maven build, we triggered this job. Here you can see the complete build history of all the jobs. Here, this my views is there, right? Here, my views. Under my views, you can create your own jobs. Like I want to keep all my Maven jobs in one section. All Maven jobs. This is Maven. Now here, new Linux. My create all job Linux job. Edit view. Here you can separate multiple jobs. Like for example, you want to add all Linux jobs here. You can create one view and you can all Linux. If you want to create one more job like and jobs, create one more view under this and section. You can add your and jobs. If you want to delete this, you can delete this view. Today's concept is this is our Maven job, right? Let's trigger this job. Build is in progress. Build is completed successfully. Now, see one developer. Now time is 8:05. One developer, developer 1, developer 2, 3, 4, like this, around 50 developers are there. Okay, if one developer is pushing the code changes, right? 8:05. One more developer, he's pushing the code changes to Git at 8:10. He's pushing at 10. He's pushing at 11. Like this, all developers are pushing at different times. Manually, I can't go and every time whenever new changes are coming, like I can't trigger the build, right? So what I will do for that, we have an option called build periodically. Here we need to give periodical some timings, like whenever you want to build, like I want to build for every 1 minute. So what my Jenkins will do, my Jenkins will go to GitHub for every 1 minute. It pulls the code and it will trigger the build. Okay, for every 1 minute it will go, it pull the code and it will trigger build. No, I want for every 1 hour. Yes, you can set time frequency for every 1 hour. I want for every 2 days, it should trigger build. No, for every 1 week, it should trigger. You can set any time frequency. This is the job test Java. Here I want to configure. You can see one option here, build periodically, right? Here, it provides a cron job. Cron is a automatic job. You see, provides a cron like feature to periodically execute this project. Select this periodically. Okay, now you need to schedule. Second star, third star, fourth star, fifth star. The 5 stars I have given. What this mean by these stars? This is for every minute, every hour, right? Every monthly, weekly. Like this, it is uh, decided here. You can see here. Do you really mean every minute when you say star, 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 star? Okay. No. Should show somewhere here. Yes, here you can see. First one. First star indicates minute, then hour, then month. The day of month. Yes, a day. This is month and week. So if I'm selecting like this, that means every 1 minute, every hour, every day, every month, every week, it should trigger my build. Understood? No, I want for every 2 minutes. Then where is my minute section? This is my minute section, right? So give /2. So for every 2 minutes, every hour, every month, every day, every month, every week, it will trigger. Now for every half an hour, I want to trigger the build. What should I do? Tell me. For every half an hour, I want to trigger my build.
Every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes. Like here, I need to mention every 30 minutes. Okay. For every 2 hours, I want to trigger the build.
120. Oh, sorry.
In the hours section, you just give 2. Okay. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Just if you click on this question mark symbol, it will show you complete details. Here, I'm giving the time frequency for every minute. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apply. Save. You can see the time here. Last build is 7th one at 2:35. Let's wait. Now the time is 8:10. Here it is 2:35. It should trigger automatically one build, right? Because I have set up my frequency to for every 1 minute. Build should be happen periodically for every 1 minute. It triggered. Build is completed. Correct. Bill triggered at what time? Bill triggered at 8:11 a.m. So we'll see for next minute. It started right automatically for next minute 8:12 a.m. So here you have one drawback. See, at the time of 8:10 a.m., I have same code in test Java repository. At the time of 8:12, there is no code changes. The developers didn't push any code change. Even I also didn't modify anything. Again, for the same code, it is doing build for test Java repository. Correct or not? Do we make any changes for this build and for this build?
No, no.
No.
So
No.
it is building for every 1 minute. Why? Because we chose to build periodically. If you go with build periodically, build will happen for every time frequency, whether the new build, like whether the new code changes are appeared or not. It doesn't care. Like they have set me some frequency, I will go and I will pull the code, then I'll start triggering build. That's the only case here if you go with build periodically. But this is not a good scenario. Right? I want my build should happen only whenever a code changes are committed. Understood? Only if a developer committed a code changes, at that time only it should trigger the build. So we'll remove this build periodically. Apply. See. So now from now onwards, it will not trigger any build automatically. Last build is at 2:43, that is 8:39. Now, what is my goal here? I want to set up a build only whenever a code changes are committed. That concept you call as whole SCM. Whole SCM, source code management. SCM is nothing but whole SCM, source code management. Whole is nothing but pulling the code. Okay. Here. Configure. See here, poll SCM. Configure Jenkins to poll changes in SCM. Means whenever something new push is occurred here, consider setting a push trigger to avoid the overhead. See here. Note that this is going to be an expensive operation for CVS, as every polling requires Jenkins to scan the entire workspace and verify it with the server. So Jenkins will go to GitHub and it will check whether new changes are appeared or not. If any new changes are appeared, then it will pull the changes. But when should Jenkins go to GitHub? At what time it should go and when it should check? Again, here you need to give some frequency. What does this mean? This frequency indicates for every 1 minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month. So every minute it will go to GitHub. It will check whether any new commits are occurred. No new commits occurred, so it will come back. It will not trigger. Again, after 1 minute, it will go. If any new commits are there, it is checking. No new commits. Again, it came. Again, after 1 minute, it will go. Yes, this time a new commit ID is generated. Then it will pull the code. Then it will start triggering the build. Understood?
Yeah.
Apply changes. Save it. Till now, the last build is 10th one only. That is occurred at 2:43. So now the time is 8:16, right? So let's wait for up to 8:70. It will not trigger any build. Even after 8:17 also, it will not trigger any build. Then at 8:18, we will make some code changes. where in our repository test Java, here we'll make some code changes at IDIT. Why I'm giving 2 minutes gap means I want to show you, like, if we don't make any code changes, build will not trigger. Okay. Have you all triggered build for this test Java in your workspace?
Yes, I did.
It didn't trigger, right? Any build for last 1 minute. Let's do some code changes now. So we saw here there is no build triggered, even though if we set 1 minute time frequency. Why? Because there are no new code changes appeared. So come to test Java repository. Make some code changes. Form.xml and edit something. Right. This is a simple Maven job. I'm changing the description. Okay. Here, this small thing I changed. Changed description. This is my commit. Commit the changes. That's it. A new commit ID is triggers latest commit. So based on this latest commit, Jenkins will identify, yes, one new commit is appeared here. Then I need to trigger the build. Started right. So every time, every 1 minute, it will go and check if any latest commit IDs are there, then it will start triggering the build. Any doubts in build periodically and Coliseum?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Next. Build periodically. You can create a schedule for Jenkins to build periodically on a specific date or time. So you are just scheduling the time. Build periodically builds the project periodically, means every certain frequency. Even if nothing has changed, even if there are no commit IDs, still it will do the build. But PolySM is not like that. It periodically polls the SCM to check whether changes were made, that is new commits, and builds the project only if new commits were pushed since the last build. This is about build periodically in PolySM. Now, upstream job and downstream job. See, upstream job. It is a configured project that triggers a project as part of its execution. You may call this as linked jobs or related jobs. Anything, linked jobs or related jobs. Nothing but, see, in linked jobs or related jobs, there are two types. First one is upstream. First one is upstream job. So here, what is upstream job? Second one is technical. We go with first downstream. First, let's see downstream job. Here, I have a job called job 1, and I have one more job, that is job 2. See, I want to trigger this job 1 and I also want to trigger this job 2. But here the condition is you cannot trigger this job 2 as your wish. You need to trigger this job 2 only after completing job 1. Means it has some dependency. Once job 1 is executed, based upon this output only, this job has to trigger. That means it has some link, right? It has relation between these two jobs. There is a relation, right? So once this job is triggered successfully, then only I want to trigger this job. So what I'm going to do means, I'm not going to trigger this job to manually. I'll just trigger job 1 and I'll leave it to job 1 only. Yes, once your job is completed, you only take care of this job 2. That is nothing but downstream job. So where I need to mention, like you need to trigger only job 2 means here I need to configure. If I give the second job name here, then job 1 will trigger job 2 after completing its job. Understood?
So this is called upstream, no, Arvind?
Downstream.
Downstream.
Yes. It is like push mechanism. It is like pushing. Means after job 1 is completed, it is informing to job 2, yes, I am triggering your job next, like that. This is downstream. Any doubts?
No, Arvind.
Let's see here. I have two jobs, job 1 and job 2. Once job 1 is completed, my target is to execute job 2. But here, manually, I'll execute only job 1. This job 2 will be taken care by job 1. See here, last success 17 hours ago. 17 hours ago. Right. Configure this job 1. See here, you can see one option, right? Post build actions. Post build means what? After build. After job 1 build is completed, what actions it has to take care. Can anyone tell by looking into these options?
Build other projects.
Yes, build other projects. So what project to build? Job 2. Job 2 is job I want to trigger here. Okay. So it is asking trigger only if build is stable, or trigger even if the build is unstable, trigger even if the build fails. I want to trigger only if the build is stable. Okay. Apply. I have configured my job. Last job yesterday, 28th July. I'll trigger it now. Trigger it. See, last success 2.6 seconds ago. This will also reflect now. I didn't trigger this one, but it should also reflect. Yes, job 2 is also triggered, right? Last success 9.2 seconds back. So here my job 1 is taking care of job 2 after post build. This is downstream. You can see here downstream projects. Did I write anywhere downstream?
No.
I didn't write anywhere downstream, right in my description. This is my description. But why it is showing downstream? Because I chose one option, right? Build after other projects build. That's why it is showing this downstream project.
Arvind, there you have selected one thing like stable or fail, which will like job 1 is stable, then only go for job 2, it means.
Yes. See, because I chose that option. If you choose another option, even though if it is failing, then it will trigger irrespective of success or failure.
Okay.
Okay, let's.
Arvind,
Huh.
can we add few more projects? Only one project need to.
We can add multiple projects. We can add.
Thank you.
So I am removing this configuration. Remove it. Apply. See. Next one is upstream jobs. This is my job 1. Here is my job 2. Here, I want to trigger this job 2 only after job 1 is completed. Okay. I want to trigger this job 2 only after job 1 is completed. So I configure here in job 2 only, like job 1. So whenever job 1 is triggered, after that my job 2 is going to be triggered. If you ask me here, what is the difference between this downstream and upstream? Both end result is same. After job 1 only, job 2 is triggering. See, you know this, when you open a door, one side it will show like push, and the other side if you see it is pull. If you push or if you pull, both side, if you even if you push or even if you do pull, result will be same, right? It will open the door, correct or not?
Yeah.
Whether you pull or whether you push, door will open. Here also same thing, whether it is upstream or downstream, and by end job 2 will be going to trigger only after job 1. But the difference, like if you want to understand a minute level difference, here job 2 will not look for job 1. It is not looking for job 1. Only job 1 will complete. Once it is successfully completed, yes, I'm going to trigger job 2. Like it will take care like a leader. Yeah, my job is done. I will do another job 2. I'll inform to job 2 like that here. But here job 1 don't have any idea, like one another job is going to trigger after my job. It don't have any idea. Job 2 will always look for this job 1, whether this job is triggered or not. It is triggered or not. Yes, it is triggered, right? Then I will trigger like that. Here it will looking after job 1. Okay. In downstream, you are going to configure here. In upstream, you are going to configure here. It is like push. It is like pull.
So job 2 we need to configure, no?
What actually?
Like now at job 2 we have to configure, right?
Yes, in job 2 we have to configure.
Okay.
Earlier from here, we are from here and we pushed. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this
I
step,
understood, Narvin, now. Scenario I understood. Like
yes, both are same.
downstream and the job one. Yeah.
Your voice is not clear, Akshay.
Now I understood, Narvin. Like the scenario,
Even
like
what about the
first one I got it, and this upstream also I got it. Job 1 we have to target for the downstream, and for the upstream we have to target at job 2. Job 2 we have to configure what it need to look.
what about others?
Yes, sir. I understood.
Yes, sir. Clear, clear.
Arvind, I have one question. Like in the downstream, yeah. Will it wait for the job 1 to complete, or
Where here
in the upstream? Sorry. Yeah.
in upstream? Yes, in upstream, upstream, job 2 always looks for job 1. Like,
Uh-huh.
it always looks for job 1, whether this job is completed or not. If it is
Okay,
completed, then only I can start my build. Like that, it will wait for job 1.
Okay. So it will wait for job 1 to complete and then trigger.
Yes, exactly. Like, it is a prerequisite to execute this job 2. This job should be done. It's like a prerequisite condition.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
We have removed this, right? Okay, now we'll configure upstream jobs. In job 2, configure. See, build after other projects are built. Understood? In job 2, I'm going to configure build after other projects are built. What is the other project? Job 1 only, right?
Yeah.
So after job 1, only build this project. Apply, save. Last success 7 minutes, 7 minutes. I'm triggering job 1. Completed, right?
Yeah.
Like this. Okay. Upstream job. It is configured project that triggers a project as part of its execution. It is a configured project that is triggered as part of execution of pipeline. Both are same. If you understand, see, the definition is, it looks like same, but if you understand like push, pull, it will be easy for you to remember. Okay. In companies, do you think for each and every employee there will be Jenkins server created?
No.
There will be only one Jenkins server, right? All the DevOps team, they will access to that Jenkins server using different credentials, not using same credentials. Okay. And they will execute the jobs. They'll trigger the jobs. As of now, see, I am the root user. So I am the admin. Okay. Assume like I'm a team lead. I'm the admin of this Jenkins server. 2 new people joined in my team. So I want to share them access. I don't give the password like my username admin and my password 1234. These things I'll not share. I'll create a new user details credentials for them and I'll share so that they can log into my account, this server, using their username. They can see their name here. So how they can like how we can create a new user means people, or you can come to manage Jenkins anything. Security. Okay. Manage users. Create user. As of now, we have only one user ID, that is admin username. Ram. Yes, I have created this user. If you want to try, you can also try. I'll share this public IP. Username, you know, right? Ram. Password 1234566. Just try and let me know whether you can able to access this Jenkins server. You all logged in from mobiles or laptops?
Yeah, laptop.
Just give it a see. Understood? Now who logged in?
Arvind, what password and username can I use?
I give right in chat. Ram is the username. 1, 2,
Mhm.
3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm in.
Arvin, I logged in.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Yes. So like this, yeah, like we'll create users. Okay. If you all are attending AWS course, there we have one service, IAM service. Yes.
Yeah.
Similar
Yes.
to
Identity access.
yes.
It's part of EC2.
IAM is a different service. Like
Okay.
they will create user accounts, we manage users. I will share.
It manages users and user accounts on AWS.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Arvind,
You
do
can-
we have groups also here? Like, can we create groups here?
Here we don't have groups, here we have roles.
Okay.
Like you create admin role and you can assign some particular jobs. Like Linux jobs all assigned to admins, and you create one more developer role. You create all Maven jobs like test Java. And one
Okay,
more,
I got it,
like this.
Arvind. Like, based on those softwares, like those all different things we can give.
So like this, you can, by default, you got everything, right? By default, you got all access, complete access.
Yeah.
I gave complete root access to Ramakrishna. But if I feel I don't want to give complete access to Ramakrishna, I want to give only particular job access only. I want to give only these Linux jobs only. I don't want to give some production jobs also there. You should not see my production jobs. Then in that case, you need to install one plugin. Manage plugins available. That plugin is role based. This one, role based authorization strategy. It enables users authorization using a role based strategy. Roles can be defined globally or for particular jobs or nodes selected by regular expressions. So you can define a role. This role I'll give only Linux jobs. For this role I'll attach to RAM. Then RAM can see only this Linux jobs like this. Download now and install after we start. Restart. Let's get restarted. Not admin, right? The admin only. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I log in. Now Manage Jenkins. Global to there is one option to select role based. We already saw. We changed interface. Earlier there is like a what radio buttons option. Now they use this drop and down. Now we need to select this one role based strategy. Already see by default which is selected here authorization. Logged in users can do anything. So that's why I created one user Ram. He can do anything, right? By default,
Yeah, by default.
I want to keep role based strategy. Apply. Save. Admin is missing the overall permissions. Yes. Save. Why it's accessed?
Arvind, this is maybe because I was following your steps and I did click on apply from my end.
Oh, you already clicked.
Yes, so that may be the reason. I was following your steps.
Okay. Okay, let me try. Oh, admin is missing the overall you remove.
I didn't do anything about it. No.
Okay. Admin is missing the overall reader write permissions. Why? Because I like from this RAM user, you did that. That's why I missed here.
Oh, okay. Let me change it to logged in. Users can do anything.
No issues, no issues. Anyway, this is the last topic. Like, let me explain. From admin user, if I do that, like if I select role based option, this option, if I select, then RAM user can't see the like same thing. Whatever I see from admin, access denied. RAM will see that option. Okay, so like it became empty, right? Now I need to provide each access to RAM. Like I need to create one role and I need to give access to RAM. You did it. Two users. No, I can see. Now I'm changing. Manage Jenkins. Configure global security. Role-based strategy. Apply. Save. Now RAM should not see anything. RAM is missing overall read and write permissions, right? Now I need to give one by one access. Manage Jenkins. Here, manage and assign roles. Okay. Manage roles. Role to add. Employee role. Added. So what kind of permissions you want to give here? If I give administrator, he can see. Overall, I'll give read permissions. Apply. See, you can see here any option for job, what kind of options you want to give. And for agent, what kind of options for run, for view, everything. So Ramakrishna, I'm giving employee access. Right. For Arvind DevOps, it has admin access. For Ramakrishna, I'm giving employee access. Employee access having only read, right? Overall read permissions. I didn't give view. I just give read. For employee, we give job. For job read, discover, delete, create, configure, cancel. View also. Should view, delete, create, configure, update. Still it not reflected. Let me give this one a check. It's not reflecting immediately.
It's not working.
Right. Actually, it should display here.
Yeah, because you did give it admin rights.
No, I have given just now. I have given admin rights also. Okay, you try this one. Same thing, same steps you follow. I did multiple times, maybe it is missing somewhere. You understood?
Yeah, yeah.
Same here. I'm getting the same error.
whatever job starts with job, like job 1, job 2, job 3, all jobs should comes under developer role. Items.
Still the same issue.
Hmm.
It's still the same.
Check this. Okay, anyway, you try out. I'll also check. It should actually work, but sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have to start
Okay.
another class. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Arvind.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.